Hi, CD lovers. Welcome back to another Creative Days exclusive interview with me, Dunde Yuwono. Today, we're gonna have a chat with one of talented new musician. She's been in the music industry quite a while, and if you like to watch YouTube video, you probably known her for her cover song and "Sing You to Sleep" contents. Her music is so good, and V from BTS also featured one of her song in one of his live stream couple of months ago. So without a further ado, please welcome Alaina Castillo. Hi Alaina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You're looking great.
Thank you. Thank you.
So where are you in the part of the world are you right now?
I am in LA right now.
Uh-huh. And how is everything going there?
It's good. It's good. I always talk about the weather for some reason. It's really sunny here,
Okay,
kind of winding, but yeah, it's just been chilling.
cool. So my question is, I'm from Indonesia. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia. And have you been ever to Indonesia though?
No, I haven't, but I do want to go soon.
Right. So, have you heard about anything Indonesia? I mean, like, do you ever like interact with one of your fans in Indonesia through social media or some stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I've interacted with people who say they're from there, but I don't know that much, so I'll have to like study up before I go.
Right. It's okay though. You can learn from a couple of years. What is it like? Next couple of years, and then you can come to Indonesia or probably learn some bahasa Indonesia.
Yes,
Okay.
hopefully.
So Elena, let's get to know you a little bit. Here's the thing that I've learned so far. You are born in a family that love music. Your mother is one of the members of your church choir, and start from there. You try to make music as your career from starting a YouTube channel until now, releasing bunch of great original songs. And I love every songs that you release so far. How is it from your point of view? Why did you choose music in the first place?
Yeah, so it was always something that I um, did. Like
Mhm.
growing up, my mom sang in the church choir, so I did too. And then whenever I got into middle school, I started like my music taste started kind of
Right.
changing. So I listened to like a lot of R&B and like pop, things like that. And I just really liked singing along. Like no
Mhm.
matter what I was doing, I would always have a song on that I was singing to. And so then I was like, okay, I want to sing. So that's why I started my YouTube channel and started
Right.
going from there because it was like I just really liked doing it. I didn't know how I was gonna make a career out of it or anything, but I was like, let's just start somewhere. I was like a very optimistic person when it comes to that.
Mhm.
And then everything kind of started blowing up with YouTube, and I was just getting like my channel was growing and everything
Mhm.
like that. So I feel like the point whenever I realized that I just really wanted to pursue it because I started it my YouTube channel in like ninth grade as a freshman,
Okay.
and then maybe like when I was 14 years old. But then I really picked back up when I was like 16 or 17 because
Mhm.
my life was going horribly, and I was like, okay, I want to be happy. So what makes me happy? And then that's why I started my YouTube channel, and then 2 years later, my producers found me, and it's been like a year and a half, I think. And I've just been making music and releasing it, and yeah.
What a journey! What a
And
great journey, right? Because I
yeah,
found you also in a YouTube contents that you release. Sing You to Sleep. It's kind of like unique content, I must say. It's like an ASMR kind of cover, and it actually can help me to sleep. It's weird, but how do you plan all that? Do you like the first thing that comes to mind is as ASMR and a cover, or how's the plan back then?
so whenever I started doing those videos,
Mhm.
I knew that ASMR was trending, so I was like, okay,
Okay.
what can I do that's not like the tapping and everything like that? And so I was like, okay, sing you to sleep kind of vibe. And that's why I started doing those. But those videos were pretty easy because all I had to do was like pull up the lyrics, start recording, and then that was it. I didn't need like a backing track or anything.
Yeah.
And they were actually really relaxing to do because it was just like me whispering basically for 15 minutes and singing, and that's
Right.
super relaxing. yeah, it was that's kind of how it started, and then a lot of people liked it, and they're like, this has helped me sleep and stuff, and I was like, oh shoot, I didn't know it was actually gonna like do anything. I thought this was
Okay.
just an idea for, but I guess not. So I kept doing it, and then yeah, that's when my channel really started to grow.
Yeah, because I find it really weird, but also relaxing at the same time. I don't know. I cannot describe how exactly how I feel, but it really helps me to sleep though.
Like some videos are strange, and you're just like, wait, what's going on? But then some are relaxed, like, okay, this is cool.
Right. So, Alaina, one thing that I like about your music, though, and your voice, especially, you sounded a little bit like a little bit more vulnerable and stronger at the same time. It's like you are fragile as a person, and but as strong as a wall for some reason. Is it the thing that you also consider when it comes to creating music?
I That's a kind of a good way to say it, because I'm like very with my music, that's where I'm
Mhm.
the most vulnerable, because I usually don't like to like put my feelings out there. I don't want people to feel like I'm like asking for sympathy or things like that. So I've always just kept my emotions in.
Right.
But when it comes to my music, that's just something that I don't even have to have like a second opinion on, because it's just me writing what I'm feeling, singing about what I'm feeling, and then those things change depending on my moods, because my moods are always changing. So if it's happy, it's happy. If it's sad, it's sad. But
Don't we
it
all,
just,
though?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just
Okay.
express music though. So
Okay, okay, cool. So, Alaina, you are one of the bilingual singers who release both English and also Spanish lyric songs. Which one is easier though, writing an English or Spanish song? Because I've also read that you have learned Spanish in your school because your parents didn't speak Spanish at home. Which one is easier?
yeah, dad is from Mexico, but he
Right.
never spoke Spanish growing up. So I kind of had to learn it in high school, and like just watching movies or talking with my brother, things like that, because he was learning as well.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we were like, I feel like it's easier. Of course, it's easier to write in English because that's my first language,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still Spanish. So I think it's easier in English, but because like I'm so connected to my culture and my family, I just feel like Spanish is a part of me. It's a part of my music. It's a part of my creativity. So
Mm-hmm.
it comes out sometimes.
Okay, so it makes me more curious. How's the process of writing those Spanish songs, though? Do you write it in English and translate it into Spanish, or just directly write it in Spanish?
Um, so for the voice note EP,
Yeah.
and then Mensaje Post, we did translations. So we wrote the English ones first and then the translations.
All right.
But for something we've been working on, we
Mm-hmm.
start with Spanish, and then it's like decided that it's a Spanish song.
Mm.
So we just like from scratch at Spanish. But
All
yeah.
right. Cool. So recently, Alaina, you're releasing Tonight as your latest singles, right? Can you tell us more about that? Because like it's kind of different with your previous sound, I must say. What's the inspiration behind the song Tonight?
Yeah, so tonight, that's basically my little party song, but since I don't party, it's my little antisocial party song.
Right.
Because whenever we were making it, it was like an upbeat song, and the first lyric that we came up with was tonight. So we are like, how can we kind of turn that into like a little antisocial party thing? Because clearly I don't go out to clubs or mingle with people.
Okay.
And so what tonight became like, it's talking about how I want to go home when I'm out and away from my house, and how I want to
Mm-hmm.
just like go back to my cat and Netflix and just chilling at home and eating food. So it's my little kind of stay at home vibe song.
Right. Right. We all love having like me time, right? Like most of the time, I also appreciate about this me time thing, watching Netflix and just chilling by yourself in a home, right?
Yeah, that's what
So,
it's all about.
so Alaina, you are one of the new musician though in the music industry, but you become like a huge name nowadays, right? is there like any musician though that you would like to collaborate with in terms of like writing some music or perhaps doing some feature song?
I think like there's a lot of artists that I would love to work with. I feel like I don't know. We'll just see what happens in the future. But I really admire. It's really hard to think about it.
But
I really admire Lewis, Rosalia,
yeah,
Daniel Caesar. I mean, there's literally every artist probably would be an amazing person to work with. But yeah, those are kind of my, or at least the people that I'm listening to now. I listen to a lot of like Australia, so.
it's gonna be amazing though if you're doing some featuring with Rosalia. I mean, she's a great singer. She's a great Spanish singer, and her song is like, oh my god, it's so great. And I can imagine you featuring Rosalia creating some song. Oh my god, it's gonna be a blast.
I hope one day. Yeah, but I really love her style. Like it's so different, and it's beautiful. It sounds great.
Right. So, Alaina, speaking of a genre though, how do you describe the genre of Alaina Castillo music?
I think it's always changing. It's never really sticking to a certain genre. I grew up listening to a lot of different music, so that's what my music is now. So you have like the pop and R&B, but then we'll also throw in some other sounds. Like in Tonight, you have a little bit of the disco.
Yep.
There's just like some darker vibes that we like to throw in there, some classical like synths or strings. But I think it mainly is like the pop R&B with a little bit. Oops, sorry.
It's okay.
But with a little bit of like R&B or alternate too. So.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, Alaina, if there's some people happen to know you through this interview and through the podcast, what song that you would suggest them to listen to get to know Alaina Castillo better?
I'd say Tonight, the new song, because that one is very, very me. It has a dark feel to it, but it's also kind of like upbeat, and then it's talking about staying home, like the only thing that I really do. So
what is it like antisocial thing that you do though? Because you describe yourself as an antisocial, right?
Yeah. Literally everything. I think like even with quarantine happening, you kind of have to stay in, but if it weren't happening, I feel like every weekend I'm always just so excited to like wake up later than usual and then go and like tan by myself outside and then come back in, eat a meal, and watch Netflix for the rest of the day. Like I'm just trying to sit and do nothing, and that's it. So yeah,
Just living the life, right? Okay, Alaina, here's my last two questions for you. What is 5 things that probably didn't know about Alaina Castillo? Maybe like random habits or the most random things.
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
What is your go-to karaoke song? The first one. I will help. I will help.
Thank you, I appreciate that. My go-to karaoke song, I haven't done it in a really long time, but the one that I always used to do was "Make You Feel My Love" by Adele.
Oh yeah, Adele is one of the best singer I've ever heard. Amazing. So
Love her.
the second things will be like what is it, the bad habit that you wish you didn't have but you did anyway?
I think overthinking, because like when I just don't want to overthink, and then I will, and then I don't know how to control it. It just happens. So that's like I just quit overall.
Okay. So the third one will be like, what is the most random food that you ever tried though?
A lot of stuff. My dad's Mexican, so he just tries everything. I don't even know. Maybe like escargot or snail, or cow's tongue. I tried that a really long time ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Very random.
Okay. The fourth part will be like, what is the guilty pleasure song that you listen the most?
I think. Oh no, Had Enough by Travis Scott and Don Quavo, maybe Quavo, Offset,
Yeah.
somebody. It's which called Had Enough.
Okay, cool. And the last thing, probably, what is your hidden talent or perhaps hobby that didn't include music?
Um, I think like a hobby is gaming. I like to game.
What is
Yeah.
the game that you played recently?
Recently, it's been Minecraft and Fall Guys. But we
Ooh.
have a little bit of League, Call of Duty. It just depends.
Wow, that is a great selection of games right there. So my last question, Alaina, is there any message to your Indonesian fans who happen to watch this video or listening to the podcast?
Yes, I love you. I can't wait to see you soon. Hopefully, after quarantine stops, coronavirus is gone. But thank you for showing so much support, and I'm just super excited to see you.
Please come to Indonesia as soon as you can because we can wait. I also can't wait to meet you in person and have a chat with you in person, yeah?
Very soon.